What's good, guys? Fantasy Joe back here with my Week 9 wide receiver rankings. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, hit me up in the comment section down below. I'll respond as always. If you guys hear a dog in the background, just got a new one, so that's all that is, but shouldn't be long if you hear them. If you guys, like I said, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Beat your friends and family in fantasy football. Bring home that championship. And if you want to, and it really helps out the algorithm, please hit that like button and hit me up in the comments, and I will respond. All right, so let's talk these wide receivers for this upcoming week. At number 1, Tyreek Hill as he plays Kansas City. It's a tougher defensive matchup, obviously a revenge game for him, but obviously he's still Tyreek Hill at 1,000 yards in 8 games. Jamar Chase at number 2, he plays Buffalo. Chase was good last week. He leads the NFL in targets per game, and I think Stefon Diggs will be very good in this matchup as well. I expect it to be high scoring. A.J. Brown is just dominated lately. He's got an argument as a number 1 and number 2 fantasy football wide receiver. He plays Dallas. CeeDee Lamb against Philly, he absolutely balled as well. They have a weak secondary, so you're starting him. Adam Thielen may seem a little high, but he's just been super ultra consistent, even with the offensive changes recently. Keenan Allen, tough matchup for him against the Jets, but you're still going to play Keenan Allen. Hope he finds a way to get it done. 8, Davante Adams against the Giants. I know that's been rough. People are probably shocked to see him in the top 10. I just think things are better. I still think he's such a good wide receiver, and I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is incapable of getting him the football. I think he is going to get some oil here soon. He's the squeaky wheel. 9, Jalen Waddle, he plays Kansas City, has come on recently in recent weeks. Kupp, he plays Green Bay. Monitor the Matthew Stafford injury, and obviously he's had some rough weeks even with Stafford, but I still think you're playing Kupp regardless of quarterback situation. I think you're probably just adjusting expectations unless you have elite options on your roster. 11, Mike Evans, he plays Houston. He's been dynamite. Houston's done pretty well last 2 years at stopping wide receivers. Garrett Wilson plays the Chargers. Michael Pittman Jr. is just on pace for a ton of targets so far this year, and he plays Carolina. Devonta Smith plays Dallas. He is a good play. I know it hasn't been exactly what you've been hoping for, but he's still a really good wide receiver if he's not drawing the highest percentage of targets. 15, Chris Olave. I know things have been rough recently. People are probably shocked to see him this high. It's just a really good matchup. You have to hope he gets it right eventually if you own him. Terry McLaurin plays New England. He's been much better recently. I've got some faith in him moving forward. Puka Nucua, he plays Green Bay. He's just farther down again with the Stafford injury. I think there's a likelihood that he potentially misses, as well as just, the recent woes. He was fine 2 weeks ago, just had a bad week this week against Dallas. So 18, Gabe Davis just had a career high in targets at 12. Since Dawson Knox went IR, it's going to be very involved. T. Higgins, he plays Buffalo. I expect this to be the game that he gets going. I'm definitely playing T. Higgins if I have him. 20, DK Metcalf against Baltimore. He's been disappointing. This matchup isn't the best, but I still think you're probably doing DK. He had 14 targets this last week. It just didn't turn into much. DeAndre Hopkins absolutely went nuclear this last week. I think you're still playing him with Will Levis. Will Levis seems to trust him quite a deal. 22, Zay Flowers. He plays Seattle. He's the number 1 wide receiver on that offense. You're going to want to play him in that matchup. 23, DJ Moore. Word is Badgett is probably going to play again, or that Fields may not play. So that's why DJ Moore is farther down again. 24, Nico Collins. Bad week this last week. Throw it out. I expect better things from C.J. Stroud and him. 25, Amari Cooper. He plays Arizona. Monitor the quarterback situation. If DTR is out there, downgrade him tremendously. 26, Deontay Johnson. 14 targets, I believe, this last week. 20 over the last 2 weeks, so that's really good involvement. Has a good matchup this week against Tennessee. Jacoby Myers, another rough week this last week, but the Giants are a great matchup, so I still think you should stay in those flames. Tyler Lockett was great last week. He plays Baltimore this week. I wonder if he's just going to be the more productive receiver until DK gets out of this funk, but who knows when DK gets out of it. Could be this week. 29, Chris Godwin. He's got a ton of targets. Finally got an end zone last week. Had an opportunity for a second if he turned around that Hail Mary. Josh Downs, he plays Carolina. He's been really good this season for fantasy. I'm definitely playing Josh Downs in flexes and maybe even a wide receiver 2 spot in certain leagues, depending on my roster. Alrighty, if you guys have made it to this point in the video, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments, hit me up in the comment section down below. I'll respond as always. This has been Fantasy Joe. Thank you guys for watching.